Welcome to the Great Siege Tunnels. This is probably one of the coolest places, and honestly, in my opinion, it's a super fun place to get to be inside of the Rock of Gibraltar and experience the history of this tunnel and of the rock. One thing, I made a video about this before and I said, oh, the walk down is easy, the walk up is easy. It's actually a lot steeper than I remember. One of the coolest things that I love about coming in here is that you have these windows. So from the outside you can see this, but then you have these windows. You literally get to look out over the airport and over Spain from inside the rock. Now, the history of this tunnel was in the 1700s, the British military was commissioned to start digging out some tunnels. Little did they realize that as they were digging out these tunnels, they were creating this area, windows overlooking the front line that they were battling the Spanish at. And this vantage point, 700, 800 feet up above the neutral zone, which would also have been the fighting zone, they were able to put up a strong defense against Spanish forces being deep inside of the rock. So these original tunnels are from, of course, the 1700s, but these tunnels served a great purpose as well in World War II. And there's lots of tunnels throughout Gibraltar. Below this, there's the World War II tunnels, which were used significantly during World War II, created actually for that purpose. But the cool thing about the Great Siege Tunnels is they were created for the Great Siege, which was Spanish forces attacking Gibraltar, which was at the time under British control. So these tunnels were created as a defense mechanism. Along here, there's some of these windows like this that may have been added by mistake, because this doesn't have any area here to put a cannon, and the windows that were actually put in throughout the rest of the tunnel, some of them, especially at the beginning, were mistakes. Okay, and welcome to kind of the Grand Hall. This is a big area. St. George's Hall is what it's called. And it's all this. Let's go down there and take a look. Now, sometimes when I come in here and I turn the corner, I think that's like a person right there. And I wonder if at like nighttime when they lock this place up, if these things like come alive.
Originally, it had an radius for 7 yards, but one has since been built up. An air tunnel is cut through the roof and communicates with the top of the lodge. Access to the latter is by means of the
This is the second place I found that a U.S. president has come to visit Gibraltar. In 1878, General Grant, President Ulysses S. Grant, came to this cave, to this tunnel, to have dinner with the governor of Gibraltar. Spend a lot of time in these tunnels because there's so much history in here, and every turn that you take, there's a different view. This is what I was coming to take a look at. So just after St. George's Hall is this memorial to the Polish Prime Minister who was killed in a plane crash here in 1943. And I'm going to be doing some research on this to put together a video on Ministry of Flight. That was about 10 minutes, probably a little bit quicker than that, walking through the tunnels, and I'm almost at the very end, the other side of the Rock of Gibraltar, which is another fun reason why to go inside the Great Siege Tunnels, because you get to walk inside of the rock. You get to walk all the way across to the other side. And on that side, there's something I want to show you. So I've made it to the end of the Great Siege Tunnels. So I'm on the other side, and what I came over here to show you was the OS-35. The OS-35 was a bulker ship that went down back in August, and it went over to this side. They sank it to the bottom. It's just sitting on the sandbar, and they're finally removing all the pieces. I'm going to put together another video related to the OS-35 after this one. Oh, there you have it. That is the inside of the Great Siege Tunnels. Make sure to take a look at my other video where I go into depth and explain a little bit more about the Great Siege Tunnels. But in this video, I just wanted to take you on a really quick tour of what it's like inside of here, what you get to see in these tunnels. And then when you get all the way to the end on this side, I wanted to come take a look at the OS-35, which I will be putting together another video related to that. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and check back for the video about the OS-35. Thanks so much for joining the Spain Gibraltar channel. If you have any questions or comments about travel to Spain or Gibraltar, please leave them in the comments below.